welcome to my series of Arrowverse Top 10s. This is for the Arrowverse shows, including Supergirl, Legends of Tomorrow, The Flash, and Arrow. And I'm starting off with Arrow. I will also do Top 10 Arrowverse characters and Arrowverse Girls ranking. So, let's get into the list. At number 10, we have Deathstroke. Now, Deathstroke is a pretty awesome character. He's a great villain. I like him. I like Manu Bennett as the character. He's very spot on. He understands the character more than anyone else. I feel like the things he does to Oliver in season 2 is pretty awesome. And what makes him a villain, his motivation's clear. The writing of Deathstroke is cool, and I'm willing to see what they will do for him in the DCEU, whoever plays him, because I am looking forward to seeing Deathstroke in the DCEU. I do not want to see the Red Hood in the DCEU. I am a Batman fan, but I hate the Red Hood with a passion. But Deathstroke is a pretty awesome villain. Coming to number 9 is Dina Drake, the new Black Canary. She's played by Juliana Harkavy, and I have to say, I really do like this new Black Canary. Sure, I do miss Laurel as the Black Canary, and I do miss Sara Lance as the Black Canary, but this was about second, third close as to Black Canary as we get. Now, I will say she's beautiful, of course, but I kind of felt like she didn't have a whole lot to her, but she's a brand new character and she just got introduced on the show in season 5. So, and plus they needed a replacement to the two previous Black Canaries. So I will say when she does kick ass, I like her badass moves, and I like the new costume for her. It looks pretty good. At first I thought Kate Cass was coming back as Black Canary, but no, apparently she's Black Siren. But this new Dina Drake and Laurel Lance, I like her, and can't wait to see her go head to head with Katie Cassidy in season 6. That's gonna be cool. And number 8 is Quinton Lance. Yes, played by David Ramsey. And Quinton is the father of Laurel Lance and Sara Lance. Now, when you first watch the show, I'm like, he is a freaking douche. And he cares about his daughters, and he is mad at Oliver for what happened, Sarah. But then, as the show goes on, I start to like him a lot more. I think he's pretty cool. I think he's pretty awesome. I think he's pretty interesting, and the actor who plays him, he has good chemistry with Kay Cassidy as Laurel and Kay Lotz, which we'll get to him soon enough. And I also feel like that he's, as a detective, as one of the officers, he's pretty cool, and I think he was really good. Now I've gotten used to him, so I'm looking forward to more of Quinton Lance on the show. Coming to number 7 is Roy Harper. Roy Harper is played by Colton Haynes, and he was the love interest of Thea Queen. And I like Roy Harper as the Red Arrow. He was pretty awesome. He was pretty insane, and I like the chemistry he had with Will Holland, and I like seeing him be a part of Team Arrow with his bow and his arrow suit. That was pretty cool. It was pretty awesome and magnificent to see that, and I was impressed. Like, wow, this is actually pretty cool that we have another Arrow on here. So I was pretty okay with it, and if they do bring him back to season 6, which I've been hearing rumors about him being in season 6, I'm pretty excited. I pretty am. Coming at number 6 is Thea Queen. Thea is played by Willa Holland, and I like the chemistry she has with Stephen Amell, who plays Oliver. She is the sister of Oliver, and you feel bad for her as the show goes on because if you've seen season 3, you know that she killed Laurel's sister. Spoiler alert. Don't watch this if you haven't watched the show, because I will be giving away some spoiler stuff. But I like Will Holland. She's gorgeous, yeah. She may be short, but she's still beautiful. I think she does a good performance on the show, and you feel bad for her because she goes through a lot as the show progresses. And when she becomes Speedy, that was my favorite part. When she becomes Speedy, I love that, and I'm looking forward to see more of Will Holland in season 6 because I like her in season 5 for the episodes but I felt like for the remainder of season 5 it was lacking her. So I wanted to see more of her because I like Thea, and let's hope they don't kill her. Now, at number 5, we have Nyssa Al Ghul, played by Katrina Law. She is basically the mother of Talia Al Ghul, or the sister of Talia Al Ghul. I'm not sure. But Nyssa Al Ghul, I really liked her. I really liked that they brought some Batman villains into the show. People complain that Arrow's not Batman, but I'm fine with them using villains from Batman. It's not a bad thing, and I was one of the few people who enjoyed season 3 and 4 for what they were. They were trying to be different. They didn't want to copy the first 2 seasons, but Katrina Law, I really did think she was great. She was fantastic. She was excellent, and I really did think that her accent was pretty awesome, and her fight moves are pretty cool. And I do like when they first introduce her and she becomes friends with Sara Lance. They will in on, and it's basically pretty cool. And always looking forward to seeing more of Nyssa Al Ghul on Arrow. So yeah, that's my number 5. Coming in number 4 is Felicity Smoak. Now, I know a majority of people hate Felicity on this show, but I don't have a problem with Emily Bett Rickards. I think Emily Bett Rickards is great. I think she's really good on the show. I like that she's a nerdy chick with glasses. And plus, nerdy chicks are hot too, so I don't see what's wrong with her. And I know that she only had a few episodes on season 1 before they decide to boost her up to one of the main actors. But I don't mind Emily Rickards on the show. I think Felicity gets too much hate. I think the romance between her and Oliver, yeah, is very hit and miss for me sometimes. But since Laurel died in season 4, again, spoilers, he has no choice but to move on. And I do like the chemistry between Stephen Amell and Emily Rickards. I think they do a pretty good job. But Felicity, she's pretty cool. She's not a superhero, but she's a nerdy chick, and that's what I like. I like chicks that are nerdy. And she's pretty cool. And she's pretty hot too. So if they are to kill Felicity Smoak, I won't be surprised, because it's gonna be due to the lack of people who hate Felicity. The amount of people who hate Felicity. I'm not a Felicity hater. I defend Felicity on this show. So, yeah, that's right. You heard me. At number 3, we have Sara Lance. And Sara Lance is a pretty awesome character. I love Sara Lance. I think Sara Lance is cool. She's awesome. Now, let's talk about a chick who has no powers. And she can still fight. That's awesome. And she's hot on Arrow and Legends of Tomorrow. Katie Lotz, I like the fact that they hired a actual true martial artist, because she is a martial artist, and Katie Lotz is also a dancer and a singer, and she does a great job as Sara Lance. I buy the chemistry between her and Katie Cassidy on the show, and then when she dies again on season 3, you feel bad for Laurel. You feel bad for Laurel because she's lost something near and dear to her, and that was heart-wrenching. That was heart-wrenching to see. I didn't expect that to happen, but sometimes you go in expecting the unexpected, and I really do think that Sara Lance, yeah, she may not have superpowers, but all you give her is an awesome costume and some pretty cool weaponry to fight with, and awesome fight moves. You have my support, and I love her on Legends of Tomorrow. Sure, they may have made Sara Lance gay on Legends of Tomorrow, but I'm letting it slide with Sara Lance because at least she can still fight. So, yeah. And number 2 is Oliver Queen. Yeah, Oliver Queen is played by Stephen Amell. I love the growth and characterization that he goes through throughout the show. You think he's dead, but he's not dead, and he comes back and he tries to start everything over. And I do like him. People say he's kind of a jerk for cheating. Now, I will admit that to go, again, cheating on Laurel with Sara and Felicity is pretty much wrong. But he's a billionaire and he's a player. He's not a one-girl guy, to be honest. But I love Stephen Amell as the character. His performance, his heart is into the show. He does a great job with all his fight moves, and when you see him in the suit, it's pretty awesome. And I was happy that they made him more serious for the show instead of more goofy like people complain about. And what this show does for Green Arrow is what I think Aquaman is going to do for the Aquaman movie. Is going to take a character that everyone made fun of and treat him with much more respect. And plus, Aquaman, you got a good cast and James Wan, and here you have a good cast and good writing of Oliver Queen. And I bought the chemistry between him and Kay Cassie as a couple, and his chemistry with all the other cast members was pretty good, especially Emily Rickards. Again, but Oliver and Laurel, they are a couple that actually worked. And they're not a perfect couple. They have issues, but they are still a pretty good couple. And it would be cool if they can somehow bring back the original Laurel Lance, but we're about to get into her now. And my number 1 favorite Arrow character is Laurel Lance. Yes, I know. Joshua, you only put her on here because you like her that much. Laurel sucks. She's terrible. K-Cass sucks. No, She doesn't. I put Laurel at number one because I find her character arc to be the most interesting. And and when you see her in season one, she is mad at Oliver for what he did. She is mad at her sister for what she did. And especially season two, where she goes through a very intense addiction. That was hard. That's very hard for her. And the scene where she throws a glass at her sister saying "Get out," I was like, "Wow, this." And Kay Cassidy owns this role as Laurel Lance. She may be a blonde, but she's pretty cute as a brunette. I may be a Felicity defender, but I'm also more of a Laurel Lance defender, as you could say. Um, I think Kay Cassidy's performance is strong, and when they make her the Black Canary, I really dig the suit and and the relationship between her and Oliver. They were getting somewhere with that, but then season four, when they kill her off in episode 18, that was tough to watch, but you really think they were going to let Katie Cassidy go that easily? She's back as Earth 2 Laurel and the Black Siren, and she's awesome as the Black Siren. She is kind of creepy as Black Siren, but it's still Katie Cassidy. And they'll bring... I do hope at some point they bring back the real Laurel Lance, because I do want to see Oliver and her end up together, but there is probably redemption in this Black Siren version of Laurel, Earth 2 version. So that was my top 10 Arrow characters. Let me know what you guys think of it down below. What are your favorites? And I will see you guys in the next one.